Crafters, I am back. I know I've been away for a little bit. I've had some things going on, but I wanted to share with you tonight real quick my new guest design team package from Country Craft Creations. And this is some of the new Blue Fern papers that Tamara brought in to Country Craft Creations, and I'm excited because I'm going to do a couple projects for Christmas in July, and hopefully we'll get those, at least one done before the beginning of July, and then the other one will be done shortly thereafter. So I wanted to show you what I got in my design team package and share a little bit with you. So first off, I've got a package of some really nice ribbon, or the seam binding, and sorry for the crinkling, but there's some beautiful colors, especially one of my favorite colors, and I think you've seen that, is this color. I love the green, and lots of red, but there's even a really nice accent of blue that'll go with some of the papers, and tan, and lots of beautiful red seam binding for this as well. I know you'd think it wouldn't be hard getting things out of a packet, but those colors are just beautiful. So this is more tan, and this one's more beige. When they're next to each other, you can see the difference on them. So let me set those right up there. And then the other thing that I was sent was the Graphic 45 craft tags, and you know we all love those, so those will be awesome for my project. The other thing that's brand new that I'd love to share with you is this beautiful, beautiful lace from Blue Fern Studios, and you can see how it's just elegant. It's just very, very elegant and works so nicely with these papers, and even some of the other Blue Fern papers that came in. So, but now is a good time for everyone to start thinking about those Christmas presents and those Christmas gifts for your friends and family, so you're not in a rush at Christmas time. The other thing that I got, and I'm so excited about, because this was the stamp set I really, really, really wanted, and it's called Registered Letter, and not 100% sure how I'm going to use it. I just know that I am going to use it. It's I love this stamp with the canceled postage. There's stamps here, here. I'm thinking about making some kind of a background for a card, and which will be a part of my project. So I'll have to just try them out, and see how they work out for on the paper, for making kind of a pattern paper background. So we'll see. The other thing that I think is going to go really well with this is I got the ephemera pack, and it's called Christmas Cheer. One of the things Tammy mentioned about with the ephemera pack, that this was such a nice piece of, it's really kind of a lightweight chipboard, very, very lightweight, but you could almost cut this off and use this for the back of, or not the back, but the front of a card, and maybe even cutting it up a little bit higher so you can leave that ribbon on there. And I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to do that. So these are all the ephemera pieces, and what I did was I took and laid them all out so you can kind of see what type of ephemera pieces are in there. One of my favorites is this Joy banner. I thought it was really pretty, but they almost have a Tim Holtz-esque feel to them. I love them. I like the cards, and just really there's a lot that you can do with these pieces. There's small pieces, there's larger pieces, and the 25, and they're all kind of old-fashioned, so I'm thinking of doing kind of a vintage look with what I have for my project. So that kind of gives you an idea of what the ephemera is in this pack, and hopefully I'm getting everything in picture. And that was laid out on, I also got 2 pieces of medium weight chipboard. So I laid them all out on my chipboard. And now for the best part. The best part is the papers. So let's take a look at them. The front sides are all a little bit more, they have a little bit more pattern or like icons on them. So I really, really love this. I'm thinking about fussy cutting this out for part of one of my projects and then using the package on this end for the other side of the page on the project. So kind of have some ideas going for that already. And then on the back is this really, really bright paper. And there's actually even some marks and lines in there, kind of like someone colored on there. Distressed. Here's some ornaments here. So the other thing that I wanted to just, if you notice, all of these papers on one side or the other have a full strip of a pattern colored paper. And when I was looking at that, I thought, you know, I'm going to cut those off, and I think I'm going to try to make a background on one of my cards, because I'm going to do something with cards for my second project. So I'm going to cut all of these off and save those for doing some kind of background. So then the next paper I have is, this one is called Happy, and it's got a beautiful angel in here with a design going across here. It looks like a stamp and a nice corner in here, with the back being this looks somewhat like, it looks like music, but it isn't. It's actually more like a trellis. I can't think of the name of what I would call it, but a lot of serpentine and stamp. And again, you'll see that it's a full banner on the back of there. This is another one of the papers, and this is called Joyful. And this is a very, very pretty item on here. So it's something that could be fussy cut out, or could be taken a part of a page and then a photo put across the bottom. And then this is beautiful with the music and the joy and the pine cones and bluebird. Very, very nice. And the back is a green and tan and a little bit of a red in there as well, and a nice strip of that paper. This is one of my favorites because I love the borders on here. I know sometimes it's really hard to, when you get a 12 by 12 piece of paper, that to put it on a mini album or binding, and you're afraid you're going to lose this corner because you cut out this corner. But I don't know, I might even turn this well, maybe not with the ornaments hanging upside down, but you know, I might have to do a smaller page, and I still think it would just be beautiful. This paper is called Jubilant, and this is the back with the colors running through it of khaki red and green. Really nice. And then the strip along the bottom. This one is called Mary, and lots of bright red, and then the Christmas trees with the white floral on the bottom and some doilies up top. And then this one, I love this one too. It reminds me actually of, I think, one of the papers that we had in Authentiques papers last year in, can't think of the collection, but they had something similar to this. So I think it's really, really a nice paper for a mini album. And then this one is called Cheerful, and with the beautiful flowers on this side, and this looks almost like a tree topper there with music behind it. And you know, maybe I could even use some other sheets of, I have some old sheets of music that I might even use as part of my pages for what I'm making. And then up top here is another design with this wonderful candy cane design in the back with the distressing. And so these types of pages will go really well with the ephemera. And this one is called Sparkling. Snowman, looks almost like the front of a sleigh. Snow in the house with the trees. Very nice, very vintage looking. And on the back, lots of newspaper print, opening of our toy department, staged children to make merry. Santa Claus is coming again this year. All kinds of fun script on there. And then this one is called Jolly, with our Santa Claus on here and florals and the pine tree and a little bit of music notes and some letters down here. Very nice. And on the back of that is almost like a wallpaper design going up and down with all the different colors. And look at this nice strip. Isn't this pretty? Could really add to a page. Then there are these wonderful cut-aparts. I just love them. And I love this on here. Is the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. We know where that came from. Yes, from Elf. It's wonderful. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. So there's just some really cute little funny things. Love you to the North Pole and back. All hearts come home for Christmas. Santa told me you'd been very good this year. I told him it was just lack of opportunity. So Christmas is too sparkly, said no one ever. So they're just some cute tags. So whether I use them in my first project, the bigger project, or in the one, because I'm doing a card project, but I had thought about using some of these cut-aparts for the front of the cards. And then on the back of here is a brick wall, kind of whitewashed in green, and a floral and note down there with a nice strip along there. And then there are these cool circles, and I mean they can be used as on a page just regularly that way, or they could be punched out with your circle punch depending upon the size of those. I think I have a punch that'll work to punch each of those out, but I wasn't really sure because I did like the back of this too. It was a really pretty blue and a nice strip along here. So those are the pattern papers, and along with the pattern papers, Tamara sent me these really lovely colors in solid colors, and it's a green, blue, and red, and let's see, it's khaki kind of creamish colors. So we'll see how we're going to use those as well, and probably use that for some layering, whether it's on the cards or on the book that I'm planning on making. So very, very nice. This cardstock is wonderful. It is, it's a My Colors cardstock, and the texture is very nice. It's not too heavy that you would find it hard to work with or bend around. So but it's just a very nice weight. And Blue Fern's papers, those are really a nice weight. I'll have to see when I get to it as far as folding and bending where we get with that, but these papers would be so nice in cutting them out and making the album or the project very substantial, just because this paper will do a great job. So if you're going to make a box for cards or something like that, that paper would really, really help to make that box sturdy. So that is my guest design team package for this month. And again, I'm going to get this done by the beginning of July, or get something out probably early next week. I'm hoping to get started, and we'll see where we go with that and show you my first new project. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thank you.